Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same with the Grizzly Gentleman, 10% off at checkout on your fantastic beard products. Or you could shop via the TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below to help support the show. And last but of course not least, you can go to Grey Viking Games with the affiliate link below to pillage some sweet arena codes. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theric6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're playing some red-black discard. Now, the impetus for me deciding to play this was twofold, essentially. Skull Raid and Tergrid. So Skull Raid is a card that will hopefully help out one of the main issues in playing like the mono discard decks, and that is running out of gas because you're top decking a bunch of discard spells that don't affect your opponents. Right? If your opponents have no cards in hand, you don't really care about drawing more discard. And then Tergrid just seems fun because it's a win con on the Lantern, but also like as a creature, she can just grab you your opponent's cards. So generally speaking, seems pretty nice. A bit of wonky mana base this time. We are going to be in best of 3, and as you can see, we don't technically have much red for us, but I figured Kroxa is probably still going to be good enough to play with around here. So let's hop on into some traditional historic ranked and chop some hands. I think I've liked the past few decks of mine. They've been very fun, especially the Death and Taxes of yesterday. It was very fun to play with. And I'm hoping today is the same. Oh, nope, not even gonna try. I will play first Giganta. So this is very possibly sack. And this hand is just too slow. This hand is not terrible. We can get a Waste Not on turn 2. So I think I'll keep this. Eat the Kroxa. And then, yeah, Waste Not turn 2, Kroxa turn 3. Potentially get some extra value here, especially if we draw another land. That way, if they discard a land, so we can get that value, and we can, which is quite nice. So Giganta, but they're on Rogren Triome. Alright, very much don't know what my opponent's playing. Cool Swamp. Doesn't show up as Swamp. Ooh, that's a yikes. Well, I can kill Valky. Otherwise, that would be incredibly awkward. Yeah, I'm not going to give them a chance to mess with me. So, potentially greenless control, but it's very possibly like 5-color planeswalkers or some nonsense. I guess there's another reason to not kill at sorcerer speed, is that they could Valky me again. They just put Giganta in play, so we'll go ahead and Kroxa here. See what my opponent wants to give me. If they just discard a land, then we get Davriel out. I could draw a card. Ooh, Nyxathid. This is... No, it can't be a Niv Mizzet. No, I guess it could be a Niv Mizzet. Yeah. They're running like these basics. So wait, they are playing green. Okay, so this is a 5-color deck. Okay, I don't know what to think about that. I think I'm just going to play a Blightstep and cycle the Sleeve. The Slop, the Slow, whatever you want to call it. Okay, luckily their deck is relatively slow here. So I will play this. I'll make them discard, see what they want to give me here. Give me another card draw. Nice to have. Double Nyxathid. Not great when your opponent has so many cards in hand, but just play Giganta. They played Golos. Alright. Got 3 in there. So let's see. I think first things first, we're going to go ahead and force a discard.
A terrific thing to waste.
See what they give me here. Skull Raid for the double discard. It's probably worth doing. One, two, three, four, five, six. So potentially white, blue, black, red, green. Yeah, so they might just need one land. Okay, I get double creatures. We'll play this.
Ugh, what a wild...
And essentially, we kind of just have to dodge a little bit here, and then we can start playing with like Liliana as well. We have a nice block here to keep our Davriel around. Oh, they didn't have access to that. That's very good.
I will defend the land from all interlopers.
Oh, this is Menace! Shoot. I think I take out one of their lands. Yeah, I think I just take out one of their lands. The next one I can Liliana kill Golos.
Back to the shadows.
Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty decent. I could, like, force a discard with Inscription. I guess there's not really a point in doing that.
I have the right to choose my own fate. Let death embrace you.
Fortunately, I think I have to sacrifice my Liliana here, but that's fine because I can get Kroxa back. Yep, it's Niv Mizzet. That's unfortunate.
You cannot quell the royal.
Fine. I can see I'm not wanted.
See what I get. Creature, makes sense. Okay, we're not in a terrible spot, we're just not in a good spot. My opponent was able to resolve a Niv Mizzet, and that's no good. I wonder if they... It's probably reasonable for them to just cash that Nissa in. That's unfortunate. I guess we just have double Nyxathid, which are going to be, you know, large. Skull Raid, 3, 6, 7. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like Inscription all that much. Yeah, I think I just play both Nyxathids. I have to get some sort of chonkers down, but... That's unfortunate. What do we have in the sideboard for this matchup? Not much. We probably do bring in Necromentia to deal with the visits, but other than that, we don't really have all that much. They get back Golos here. I assume they get back Golos.
Life becomes death, becomes life.
No. I can't kill both of these. And I would have to kill both of them. Just trying to see if there's anything that would help me out here, and I don't think there is, so we're going to go and concede. So we like the Necromentias here. It seems like they kind of have... I don't think their game plan is to ever have the board flooded, so I think we might even... we might as well take Liliana's Triumph as well. These are sorcery speeds, so I don't think I care about them too much. This doesn't do what I would need it to do, so... what do I take out here? It's a good question. I don't love Inscription here. Can't kill any of their things, really. I think I'm going to yeet Tinybones as well. Tinybones might be a little bit too memey. I might just want more, other discard. I did consider going Grixis. And Narset would help there. The issue is that the mana base would be fudged. It'd be utterly brutal to try and play a Grixis mana base if I'm trying to play with Narset. And that's one of the big reasons to play Grixis for this, is you get Narset. Obviously, you get 4 mana Nicol Bolas, which is great. Don't get me wrong, 4 mana Nicol Bolas for this deck is top notch. And you also get Thought Erasure. But Narset is really why you want to be in blue. It's just hard. This hand is fine. It's not great. It's not bad. It is fine. I don't think I play Kroxa on turn 2. I think I might want to play Skyclave Shade, just start and beat them to death. I think I just want an early Shade that I can hit them with. I probably will just Davriel. I'm looking to, on turn 4, I'm looking to foretell this and then just play Kroxa. If Thoughtseize me, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think Davriel's the correct choice there. It messes up my mana situation. Although I guess it doesn't necessarily, especially so we just drew this. So we're gonna hit first. Ask questions later. We're going to play the Kroxa that they know about. I might as well play this first, I guess. Okay, not really a reason to do that, but sure. So they're going to get rid of their weakest card here, then we're going to take their strongest card from what's left. You could take the strongest card first. But, okay, kind of. Jeez, yeah. My opponent has a very greedy deck. Sometimes greed just wins you. I do not care about this at all. I think I'm just going to take Shadowed Bows here. Yeah. I assume I'm going to play this and cast Growth Spiral. I was very close to taking Growth Spiral here. They didn't get a land. That is great. I didn't get a land, but I can at least foretell. But I at least have something to do with my mana here. Now, I would really like a land, so I could get use of these Lilianas. Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, like, missing a land drop there was actually critical. Because I wasn't able to fully get value out of what I'm trying to do. Okay. Float this. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start getting their hand. Eat my graveyard all you want, bro.
Run now, and I might spare your life.
I assume they're gonna get rid of this. It's very unlikely they're gonna cast it.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
I don't know if that's correct, because you could eat your own Fable Passage and cast this card. Even if it's just like a rando creature. I don't understand that. I really don't. They missed a land drop again. That's very nice. We are going to do this first. I should have skull raided first. Will I be able to deal with Bolus? I don't know if I'll be able to deal with Bolus. But I think Niv Mizzet is worse for the deck. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I can get rid of all of their cards. I'm dumb. I forgot I get to discard 3 total this turn. I'm not smart. Or 4 total.
I really don't care about your plans.
You get nothing. Then I attack you. And I potentially start just dealing 3 damage to you with Liliana as well. So yeah, this is what we want more of. Uh-oh. They have a 4-drop. Nikki B. Unfortunate. It does mean that we have to minus the Liliana here instead of plus it. But this has to go. And then we smork.
Strong. You grow weak.
Okay. I can Castle Locthwain if I want. And I might. They're on 7. They didn't do this, which is interesting. Bogging them is pretty decent.
Sorry for your loss.
I don't know if I agree with the decision to not cast that. Although I guess then I could like Skyclave Shade and make it bigger. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Okay, opponent is at 6, so they have to have something in their hand if they want to not die. Am I going to take damage? Yes, I will draw another card. Oh, cool. This should just be a win. Card opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-permanent or discard a card. I don't know how to play this. I don't know if I'm supposed to play this as Tergrid or as the Lantern. I guess it's as Tergrid because they don't have much going on.
You think too much.
Cool. So that was better. We're going second. We did get a little bit more information from them, but I think I'm kind of in the same position. There's an argument to be made to bring in Languish, since Languish would hit a decent number of their creatures. It just like wouldn't hit all of them, and I don't want to top deck a Languish that I can't use, essentially. I think this deck wants more single target removal, though. like in the main deck, and less inscriptions. Like the idea behind inscription essentially is like I can kill a thing, force the discard, and rebuy a Kroxa, but it just hasn't turned out that way. We'll keep this. We will play Canyon Slough first. Yes, I will still play Canyon Slough first. Then next turn I am going to Waste Not. They Thoughtseize me, didn't they? Is this a singleton deck? No, they have 2 nickel boluses. I don't know what the hell deck this is, dude. Alright, change of plans. We're gonna triumph this. Get that crap out of my face. They did Thoughtseize me, right? Wait, what? Did they? Yeah, Thoughtseize, yeah. I don't... What the hell? What is my point? I mean, I was just like weird legendary stuff, but like I don't understand at all. I will say that's very unfortunate. Yeah, the plan essentially is to play Skyclave Shade, hurt this, and then next turn, like, Waste Not Kroxa. The issue is Skyclave Shade might, you know, die! Binding... No, Growth Spiral? Alright, that's fine. I don't know why you shock before you Growth Spiral. You could do it afterward. Paradise. Okay, okay. Would I... Yeah, I would absolutely trade this Paradise Druid. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think honestly, maybe I just like double play the Skyclave Shades. Yeah, I think I just double play the Skyclave Shades. I guess there's not really a reason for me not to play this. Recast this and recast this. They have 2 cards in hand. Next turn I can double Kroxa if I want, or I can Waste Not Kroxa. Golos, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I would need Thirst or Bedevil or Triumph. So I have 6 cards in the deck that can help me out. Thoughtseize is not one of them. I figured I want to play Waste Not here. Damn. Yeah, I really don't know. I think I do want to get rid of both their cards. I'm going to do this. It's a bit greedy. I don't know. I probably misplayed that. That's not terrible. What am I talking about? It is terrible. I'm not even gonna play the Bojuka Bog. You get 7 mana from that? Jesus. Alright, I think we lost. Although, if they kill my Waste Not, I do get a land out of it. I still think we probably lose. Alright, these can't block. Interesting. Very interesting. Still not good enough.
Ever seen water
Yeah,
burn?
I don't think I can win. I'd rather try to squeeze in another game. Damn. That was relatively close in my opinion. The match overall, but when you're playing against a deck that is just like card advantage the deck, it's hard. My opponent for certain would just die to any aggro deck. Alright, so I do want to make a couple of changes. Namely, I just don't think Inscription's very good. Yeah. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to up this number, and up one of these, because I want to see one of them. I want to see them more. I'm going to up Tergrid. I actually want to see Tergrid more. Sideboard. Sideboard should theoretically be fine. We don't have a lot to do with, like, non-traditional control decks. But I don't think that's something we really have to worry about. Gamer Zach, hello. Huh. I'm keeping it. We're going second. I have 24 lands. We have plenty to do. Abzan. It's Abzan counters. Thoughtseize. Incredibly rude. I assume they take Kroxa. They might take Dav, but... Well, they probably take Dav, right? Yeah. Makes a lot more sense. So here... I'm just gonna cast Kroxa, I guess. Let's save the skull raids for later. Bog them next turn. And Abzan Control? Really? Cool. I like it. I like it. Look, if you get beat by a deck that you like, it's a lot easier on you, you know. I still think I want to play this and foretell. I nearly bogged myself. That would have been very awkward. Next turn I can foretell another one of these and cast the other. You're playing Snowland? Okay, now I'm just confused. Lucranos. I don't get it. I guess I could just kill this. It means I exile 6 cards. That's going to be relatively difficult for a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to kill the Lucranos. Okay, so next turn, I can raid them. Raid their skulls.
We will not fail. Be wary of the ground you walk on. I am in need of rest.
Okay, they might be able to do funny things. Haha, funny. Oh, cool. If they get one more land, we can cast that back. I think that's fine. I think I just want to get rid of the cards in their hands. But it is Abzan Control. I don't see why you're playing Snowlands in this deck. Are you kidding me?
I protect that which cannot protect
Well,
The
I can at
land
least
shall conquer you.
flash back my Kroxa. Oh, yeah, dude. I just need them to not have, any... Also, yeah, like, why... If you're playing Nissa, why are you playing the Pathlands as well? The Pathways, I should say. Into Sorolf, sure.
Harness the elements.
Two mana, draw two. Don't mind if I do. I wish I had something else. And I can't actually attack here. Definitely bringing in Languishes. Play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Interesting. Unfortunately, I cannot survive. Yeah, I would need to be able to destroy this. Yeah, I would need to be able to destroy this and one of these. Because I could block, but then I take 9, yeah. I gotta concede. I said concede. How in the hell? Look, report. Probably isn't a matchup for Necromentia for what it's worth. They might have Eerie Ultimatum. It's possible I should have still kept in some amount of graveyard hate. I felt I overreacted with the amount of hate I added. I'm still keeping this hand. Bite me. I'll mulligan one more time, baby. Oh yeah. Against a discard deck, this is exactly what you want to see. Do it. Come on, do it again. Do it. You eat their hand alive. Turn 1 discard, turn 2 discard. Hopefully that'll be enough. You still take the... I still think you still take this. I guess you can just kill Sorolf. Yeah, our whole deck is black. Can't really let that happen. Oh my god, please give me one more land. A Davriel early would be pretty nice as well. There's an extra land. Oh, baby, I love your way.
If you surrender now, let me pick your brain.
Feel hard to mulligan against a deck that discards. They play Serolf, I kill it. Dude, I don't care about this card at all. I mean, I'm probably... Do I care about Davriel? I guess I pass and protect Davriel potentially.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I'll keep him around. Because next turn I can either just play Tergrid or I can play the Lantern. Well, I can't play Tergrid, so I think I will just play the Lantern. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Lantern right now. I'll give him the option now to discard the card. Get rid of the card.
Empty your mind.
They kept the land in their hand. Ooh, that's smarts. That's unfortunate. I guess, I'm just gonna try and kill him with Tergrid's Lantern, I guess. I only have one creature. They do have 3 creatures, though.
I'll have to order 20.
This was actually a bad play, I think. Yeah, I think it would have been better for me just to Tergrid them.
Loneliness.
Although I guess this... They can go up to 8. I should have done this before they drew a card, I guess.
Time to run.
Because now I assume they discard the card. They do discard the card. Alright. One more creature, then go to 8. Making it so they essentially have to kill me next turn. I guess that was probably a mistake as well. I should have waited until they drew. I think I would. I don't know. I guess it depends on like what my opponent has on average. But they keep this in their hand. I think I force the discard and I just play Kroxa, and that should be the end of it. They sack that. Interesting. You died at Kroxa, because I said so. Okay, game 3. Yeah, I'm fine bringing in the triumphs as well. Going second, Skyclave Shade is worse. Probably don't need 3 waste nuts in this matchup. So what we want to see is them mulliganing. What we don't want to see is them keep a 7 and we mulligan. This hand is not good. But it has lands and spells. It's very hard to not keep it. I don't think I need to play this on turn 1. I guess I could have Paradise Druid here. Oh, Apostle. Yeah. Alright, so we're not using our graveyard this game. Because I have no way of getting rid of this. I guess I have Liliana's Triumph. Cultivate. Sure. We could do force a discard from them. By Nissa. And we cycled a Slough. We cycle Coleslaw. That's what this is. Coleslaw. Okay. Oh, Languish. Languish works. Yeah, I do have Languish. Although Liliana is much worse against 2 creatures. Ah!
Ruining your day is going to feel great. I really don't care about your plans.
Cycle the Triumph. I get to gain more mana, which does not matter because I cannot use it. My Liliana is going to go to 1, probably. Although they might be able to just race, just like hit me in the face, maybe. Yeah, I have no issue with that. I think. That's interesting.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Exile 2 of my cards. They didn't exile anything? That makes no sense. Sweet. I mean, we're in a good spot. We have mana up for removal of something that we care about. My opponent did not keep a card in hand, so they're going to take 3 Dabblage. Oh, and we have a Davriel as well. I guess I get rid of Bloodchief's Thirst. Ooh, I'm just realizing I have put my shields down.
Make this quick. I'm bored already.
That's oops. But I do think that their card quality generally is better than mine, so I do think I have to kill them quickly. I could just -7 my Liliana now. They bog me. Although I think that was maybe the wrong bog. It's just creature. It is just creature, so I don't think I care. Yeah, it's not good enough for me to do that just yet, so we just pass. Cannot believe I'm gonna win this. I should be able to win this. Hells yeah, bud. I'm not gonna draw a card. Angrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough.
I bet you've never seen necromancy this good.
I'm keeping my shield up.
Ugh, what a
I
whine.
refuse to put my shield down. Ding dong! The witch is dead. They flood out? Maybe a little. At the same time, I don't care. I'm gonna kill them with their own card.
Here,
Yoink.
your crew for my freedom. A fair price.
Rise and shine, my obedient minions.
Oh, okay. On to the deck talk, shall we? Overall, I'm satisfied with how this deck plays. As always, the sideboards for my decks can always use a little bit of tuning up, right? But I did like a lot of the cards. So first, I have to talk about kind of the new cards, the reasons why I'm playing this deck right now. I think Skull Raid is exactly what this deck wants, and I don't think Skull Raid is what any other deck wants. Like, Skull Raid is made for this deck specifically. By that, of course, I mean a discard deck specifically. Tergrid is nice. She's an alternative win condition, which is relatively difficult to get rid of in the form of the Lantern. But also just the fact that you can have a 5-mana 4/5 with Menace, just to literally threaten your opponent, and of course get some random extra value from your opponent's discarding or sacrificing things is quite nice. I guess technically she's just like an anti-sack deck card, like Rakdos Sack, because it's not because of what you do. If they sack something, you get it, and that's crisp. We got the Bloodchief's Thirst for removal. It scales, that's why I like it. Thoughtseize, we're playing a discard deck, and we're playing black, and we have access to Thoughtseize. We're playing 4 of them. 2 Skyclave Shade. The idea behind this card essentially is a nice recursive threat with Liliana. Because we're going to be discarding our own cards, I did want something that I can use to kind of just keep dumping in my bin and then rebuying back over and over again. It's obviously best against control decks, but you don't always love it, and it does make you rely on your graveyard a little more than you might like. I would not be surprised if it's correct to cut this. Tinybones is a nice value generator, but because of the fact that we have access to like Skull Raid, I'm not sure I want Tinybones anymore. It's an alternate win condition, but it's a very costly one, right? If you want to dome them for 10 without like Tinybones is small, right? You don't want to just play Tinybones willy-nilly. You want to get at least 1 card draw out of it. And if you want to surprise, like if you want to kill them with this, you have to kind of play it on 8, right? Like you want to wait till they have no cards in hand, and then you play it, kill them, or like immediately activate the ability. Like you don't want this just sitting around because it can die so easily, or re-die, I guess. So Tinybones is another card that I'm not super sure of. It's possible that like 4 Skyclave Shades is correct. That way you have like maximum resilience against your own discard, and then you essentially take out Skyclave Shade in any matchup that you need a blocker in, but I'm not sure. Waste Knots, sometimes they felt like win more, sometimes they didn't. I think this card still is worth running as 3 of. Kroxa, maybe should be a 4 of, but I currently like Kroxa where it is. Davriel and Liliana are both as 3 ofs. I could see an argument to make these 4 ofs, but I don't want many of them clogged in my hand. You know, they do die to removal really fast, but the fact of the matter is, like, if you have an opening hand with like two of these, it's not nice. 1 of each, that's crisp. Nyxathid is another potential win con. I'm kind of like, as you can see, like I have a bunch of different potential win cons. And Tergrid I really think is the one I like the most out of this. Nyxathid, can be nice. It blocks really nicely. It doesn't block flyers, which is unfortunate, but it's probably cuttable. Bedevil, it's removal. You need this card. Skull Raid, as I said, just did exactly what I wanted to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Did exactly what I wanted. Sometimes we just didn't get there. Liliana, she's great. Tergrid, already said, she's great. Angrath forces discard, forces your opponents to lose 2, and you get to potentially like gain something from your opponent and have them sack. I like this as a 1-of. The mana base. I do like the main deck single Bojuka Bog. I don't think it messes with our mana base too much, as it is. Yes, so being able to just hit graveyard decks game 1 is nice. Locthwain, very obvious. Sometimes we run out of stuff. A little less so now that we have Skull Raid, but you want to be able to have stuff. Canyon Slough, important for sometimes you know, we're only playing 24 lands, but still, sometimes you mana flood. And then Skullcairn is a little bit of extra reach, both for discarding as well as dealing 3 damage, so that's quite nice. Sideboard, Liliana's Triumph is mostly for the enchantment deck, the Enchantress style decks where they just build up, Voltron, I guess. They just build up. Spyglass, obviously against control, Weathered Runestone, as well as Leyline the Void against kind of graveyard decks. Runestone also does help with collected company decks. Necromentia against any combo, essentially. Languish against creatures. Yehenne's expertise also against creatures. The idea of being able to like Leyline Yehenne's expertise into Davriel or something, or even just like into playing a Waste Not, is something I'm interested in actually having happen. And then Thought Distortion against control. Now, something I do want to touch on is the inclusion of blue here. This is almost always going to be in a multicolor capacity. I don't think there are any mono blue cards that are worth adding to this. There are a couple in blue-black that I can think off the top of my head. The mana base would get wonkier. I still think it's worth playing the Immersturm Skullcairn, but I think you might have to go down a little bit on them. And then the pathways, I'm not entirely sure how I would go about that. But you have access to, where is it? Thought Erasure. Now, Thought Erasure doesn't hurt you. It surveils you, which helps you out in the latering of the game. And it's just kind of an extra discard. Is it worth running in a deck where we have a bunch of other discard? I'm not sure, but it's definitely an option. Then we have Ashiok Dreamrender as just some additional graveyard hate that is a little bit more flexible. You can use it in different spots. I think that was everything for blue-black. Yes, that was everything for blue-black. Yeah. Blue-red, I don't think there's literally anything, so I'm not going to look at it because I don't even care. But then you get to Grixis, right? And Grixis does give you Nikki B. Right. Nikki B the Ravagee. And this card is incredibly strong for this deck. Because your discard spells are generally 1-for-1s. Unless you have Waste Not out, typically you're going to want to 1-for-1 your opponent, get some incremental advantage from your discards, and just win the game from them essentially not having anything, right? We're a control deck. With Nicol the Ravager, not only do we force them to have a discard, but we then have a threat that if they answer, we've functionally discarded 2 cards from their hand. We haven't literally, but we functionally discarded 2 cards from their hand. So this is a great reason to play blue. The biggest issue against the discard deck is decks that can draw an F-load of cards. Or they play off the top really well, like Ramp. Luckily, with Uro being gone, Ramp isn't... I haven't been seeing Ramp as much, but it still exists, right? So those are the main things. And one answer, right, against the issue with people just drawing a bunch of cards is Narset. We cannot afford double blue spells. Double blue pips, period. Right? If we added blue, it would essentially only be for Nikki B and or Thought Erasure, maybe some sideboard cards sprinkled in. I mean, we don't even have red sideboard cards here. Right? Like, we could theoretically run a Braid, but we do have Bedevil, so... is it worth the mana base issues? I don't know. Because, unfortunately, I haven't been able to truly get the value of the Skullcairn. The Skullcairn requires double red pips. If it required double black pips, I think it would be essentially an open shut case. Like if it was if it tapped for black and it had double black pips, I think it'd be pretty easy. Like you could add blue, no problem. But because this costs double red pips, because we have double red pips on Kroxa, it is going to be a little bit difficult to include Nikki B. That said, if you find a way to do so, I do think it's worth it, because Nikki B is very strong in a deck like this. Let's open a pack. I definitely would like to say thanks for hanging out with me this long. Woo, do I have... I don't know if I have all of call time yet. But anyway, I have a P.O. box. Feel free to send me things. I'll open them on camera. I would like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Malik, Fogwin, and Balatare for the continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links into that down in the description. I have the best description in the game. Like, legit, look at my descriptions. I give you all the info you could need. And if I don't, you can comment, and I'll add that shit, bruh. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. That stuff does help. And until next time, I'll be one.